In the present day of 2022, Guard and Thunder live on Earth, managing alien prisoners imprisoned in human bodies. One day, a spaceship suddenly appears over Seoul, and Detective Moon Do-seok witnesses a strange sight. Meanwhile, 630 years ago in Koryo, Muruk, a Taoist wizard, and Ian, a thunder shooter, are in search for a mysterious sword with a huge bounty. At the same time, Huksar and Chongun, as well as the masked man, Chajang, are also after the same sword. There's also an out-of-place spaceship deep in the valley of Koryo. Back in 2022, those chasing after the alien prisoners inside the humans appear, and in late 1391, the door to time opens as those after the mysterious sword appears. Hello everyone and welcome back to another Korean movie review by EonTalk. As always, I'm your host Ian, and today we'll be going over the new sci-fi action flick that was another highly anticipated K-movie of summer 2022, Alienoid. But before getting into the review, I'd just like to say that I'll be giving my thoughts and opinions of the movie from here on out. Therefore, there may be minor spoilers or parts about the movie that you may not want to hear before watching yourself. I'm going to keep spoilers to a minimum, but please be aware of this. Alienoid was yet another Korean movie to release this summer that I was very much looking forward to. A big reason as to why I was so excited for this film was not only because of its stunning cast lineup, but also because it was directed by Choi Dong-hoon. This director was responsible for some of the best K-movies, Assassination, The Thieves, Jeon-Uchi the Taoist Wizard, Tatza, and The Big Swindle, to name a few. And I think it'd be safe to say that Alienoid was closest to Jeon-Uchi amongst director Choi's other works, with an addition of SF. As mentioned, Alienoid had a stunning cast lineup. The film saw the likes of Yeol, Kim Woo-bin, Kim Tae-ri, So Ji-seop, Yeom Jung-ah, Cho Woo-jin, Kim Hee-sung, Lee Han-hee, and more. All of these actors are capable of being standalone main characters, and all actually have starred as main leads in previous works. And rightfully so, as the performances were great. I'll get more into this later in the review, but first, I'd like to give a quick shout out to ExpressVPN. If you're looking to access more Korean movies but don't know where to find them, I highly suggest using ExpressVPN and accessing more Korean content. By using ExpressVPN, you can bypass geo restrictions, meaning you can be from anywhere around the world and access the Korean servers, such as the Korean Netflix. If you would like to access more Korean content, be sure to sign up for ExpressVPN using my link in the descriptions or expressvpn.com/EonTalk and get 49% off an annual plan plus 3 extra months for free. Better yet, if you sign up and don't like the service, there's a 30-day money-back guarantee, meaning you can cancel anytime within the first 30 days. Okay, let's now take a look at what I found to be the good parts about the film. Alienoid was one of the better sci-fi movies out of Korean cinema. We don't see too many SF/fantasy films in Korea, so it's nice when we get good ones. When compared to more mainstream Hollywood films such as Marvel's Iron Man, it may not be at par, but it didn't disappoint in the CG department. The fighting sequences between robots and aliens were very stylish and contemporary and shows how far Korean CGI technology has come. And just like how the movie showcased Korea's talent in the field of CGI, the movie in general stylized the film in a very Korean way, combining two very different topics of Korean Taoists and aliens, and not to mention time travel. Although you may think that these don't go well together, Alienoid proves you wrong and makes it work in a very Korean way. If you are a fan of Korean culture and history, you'll surely enjoy this. Furthermore, as you can see from just the movie poster and as mentioned in the intro, there are so many amazing actors. Lee Jun-yeol's bubbly goofiness, Kim Tae-ri's unique awkward cuteness, Kim Woo-bin's charismatic charm, and not to mention the humorous and fun supporting actors all made up to make this a fun watch. Moreover, there were some entertainment found when trying to guess and figure out the voices of the robots. Alienoid also had numerous funny scenes. It keeps you laughing throughout, and although I'm not a big fan of historical dramas, this one isn't your typical historical film, and thus was enjoyable. It had lots of action and comedy, and although the story may be hard to grasp fully, especially if you're unfamiliar with some of the historical and cultural terms, I believe it covered this ground with the awesome action and CG it had. Okay, now that we take a look at the good parts about Alienoid, Let's now move along to what I found to be the bad parts about the film. One thing that I found to be unfortunate about the movie is that it tried to cover too many things at once. From different time periods such as Korea to modern day, to subjects like aliens and martial arts, Alienoid tried to do a lot of things. And because of this, although they were generally able to pull it off, I can't say they executed any one exceedingly well. Also, it wasn't only with the themes and topics, but also with its characters that the film had an abundance of. As mentioned before, there were numerous actors, and although their performances were great, because the film introduced so many different characters, it did get a little confusing and felt disorganized, especially when they were traveling across time. It's a good thing they divided the overall story into different parts, as this was just part 1. If they tried to put all parts into a single movie, it would have been even more all over the place. Alienoid was definitely a very different film. It was not only different in the sense of Korean cinema, but just cinema in general. Combining various different topics and time periods was very strange and odd, but they somehow made it work. It was like a blur between the past, present, and future, and if you're a fan of SF, action, and/or historical pieces, and enjoy humor in your films, then I definitely recommend giving this a go. I'll give Alienoid a ticket price value of $11. And that concludes today's review on Alienoid. Thank you to everyone that watched till the end, and I hope this review has given you some insight into the film. If you've seen or are planning to watch the movie, I'd love to hear your thoughts about the film, so please leave a comment or join the EonTalk Telegram group and we can discuss over there. If you would like to access more Korean content, be sure to sign up for ExpressVPN using my link in the descriptions to get 49% off an annual plan. Please also don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video and would like more video movie reviews. Once again, thank you to everyone that watched till the end, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
아주 오래전부터 외계인은 그들의 죄수를 인간의 몸에 가두어왔다. 사록이다!
신검이 뭐예요?
우리 에너지의 근원이야. 시간을 이동시킬 수도 있어.
내 걸 뺏길 순 없잖아.
미래?
정확히 630년 후의 미래란 얘기야.
다른 시간대로 간다.
출발!
하늘이 열리고 커다란 불붙은 쇠붙이가 떨어졌다.
심상치가 않대요.
나오면 사람들을 죽여?
그걸 막는 게 내 임무야. 지금부터 이놈은 내가 맞도록 하지.
밥은 먹고 합시다. 시간은 기니까.